Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today on my channel, we are going to be doing this makeup look right here in a Get Ready With Me. I have not done one of these in so long. It is so fun to do it. So if you want to see how I get this look, just stay tuned. All right, guys, so it has been quite some time since I have done a Get Ready With Me video. If you are new to my channel, I would love if you subscribed and followed along. So we are going to jump right into how I get this look. Guys, let's get this started. First thing I tend to do is, if I've done my hair and I haven't brushed it out yet, I just pull it back with little hair clips. And then when I am going out, I don't do this every day, I use my Lumify eye drops. These brighten your eyes so much, get your eyes super white. They are just amazing. Next thing I use is my Kopari, and it's called the Starry Eye Balm. And it's a little weird texture. It's almost like bumpy feeling, but when you put it on, it's super smooth. So it's very strange, but it works so well under the eyes. It's like super creamy. Really sits nice. I get the outer corners all the way in through the inner corners. It's hard to explain, but it's very, very nice. Next thing I use every single time before I start is the Hangover RX 3-in-1, the replenishing primer and setting spray. This stuff, guys, I have a whole video about it. It's that good. And I let that sit for a minute. Next, I put on just a little bit of chapstick. This is my favorite one. I'm not gonna list out and tell you every single product I'm using, but I am going to list them all down in the description box if you're interested. I do like a good under eye brightener for under my eyes. This one is my favorite right now. I apologize, my mirror is over here, so I'm looking down a little bit. That would be why. I bring what's left up over onto the eyelid as well. And I get this pretty close to my lash line for me too. It just, I feel like, really helps to brighten under my eyes. This eye I have way more darkness than the other, so I always go back and make sure I've got it good enough. The next item, I've been obsessed with this, guys. My oily combination skin tone loves this foundation. I finally found the perfect color match in this. It is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. I have it in the color 3C2, which is Pebble. I don't know, it just works. And I just use one of those, you know how they give you these Sephora mirrors like around the holidays or if you buy a gift card? I know you can get a pump for this. I just pour a little bit out onto this mirror and I use my Beauty Blender. So I dab it in. I usually start on my jawline and go around the perimeter of my face because that is the area that I tend to have the most trouble with foundations and products breaking through. You should start where you have the most pigmentation. A lot of people, that's actually the center of their face. For me, for some reason, it's actually the perimeter of my face. So I always start kind of out there and work my way in. A lot of people start in the center and work their way out. So I'm giving this a try, taping this video in here. I've never taped a Get Ready With Me in here. However, I have this new mirror. I'm obsessed with it, guys. It would be an amazing gift for someone if you're looking for a gift idea. I'll show it to you in just a second. It's by that Glamcore, and it's the Ricky, I think it's called. It's the smaller one, and I traveled with it recently. So glad I did. It is so amazing. The perfect amount of lighting. I have it right here right now. It is just so awesome. So let me show it to you real quick after I'm done this part. And I make sure to get all the way around my nose. Kind of blend down my neck. I had already put a little bit of on my neck, my Westmore Beauty that kind of evens out my skin tone on my neck. So I'm going to set that down, close this up, and let me show you the mirror. This thing, guys, is amazing. So this is what it looks like. How awesome is this? And it has a power button on and off, and then it has 5 different light settings. And it's super thin. The mirror, like you magnetize the mirror to it. So you just click it on. And same thing, it has like a phone holder. You can clip that on. You don't need to have the magnifying mirror on to clip it on. You can clip that on its own. This is so cool, guys. I love it. It is, and it has a little stand. So it is perfect for travel. Such a great idea. Such a great gift idea. So awesome. I will post my girl Christina's information down there. Mine is from Lime Life by Alcone, so I will post that down below. You can contact her. She can put you in touch with it, all that good fun stuff. All right, next thing I have been doing and using the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand. So I take this. This is a newer item to me. Oh, I must have squished it up when I was traveling. Darn, it's got a ton. Okay, it doesn't usually have that much product coming up. I must have squeezed it when I just recently was traveling. And it must have just kind of, some of it must have come out, gotten squished in traveling. I use that same beauty blender, and I just kind of use this as a light bronzer slash contour. It's a really nice color. I wonder if I have a color, a specific color. I'll have to look and tell you guys down in the description box if it's a certain color. Figured with this mirror, I could try and do get ready with me's in here more often now. You guys have been asking for more get ready with me's. Holidays. I can't believe the holidays are here already. Absolutely crazy. I'm so not ready for it. But it's here. We move on. I do my concealer next. I'm just like, I feel like this fall went by so quick. It's been absolutely crazy. I've been traveling a lot. We've had a lot going on for December. It's like we're hardly even home in December. It's so crazy. And Christmas to New Year's is like a long break this year. So I take the opposite end, the pointier end, and do my concealer and kind of go around my eyes. Then I set this just lightly. I'm trying to think what's new. So I've got back to, and you guys are really enjoying doing reviews of products and testing things out and stuff like that. I'm actually really enjoying it again. I'm having fun with it. I like playing with stuff again. I mean, I still like doing the fashion. I'm going to still continue to do that. I have decided to kind of stop doing haul videos because I just don't find them to be productive. Show you guys once and then that's it. This is just a bronzer that I really like to just kind of go over what I did with. It's just not my thing. Like, I don't know. I feel like some of them can come off a little weird, and if somebody just sees that one, it feels a little like braggy, even though it's not. It's like I used to do them in order to like get ideas of what you guys wanted to see a review of, or what you wanted to see an outfit of, or whatever have you. And now it's just, I kind of through Instagram have a better feel and a better idea by what I post there of what you guys like as far as outfits, as far as posts. I ask a lot of questions there. My stories are where I talk to you guys like all the time. I just have discussions and talk to you guys and figure out what you guys like and what you don't like and what you want to see. So I always kind of ask questions over there, which is really nice. And that's kind of my go-to place to discuss things with you guys, more than just like, here's what I got and what do you think and what do you want to see? I mean, how many of you, I'd love to hear down below, how many of you are actually on Instagram? Do you like Instagram? I mean, that's my go-to place. All right, at this point, I use the setting spray again. Yes, again. And you have to let it sit and dry for a second. Now I take a Q-tip and I wipe any makeup I got onto my brows off. I wet the Q-tip just a little bit with some Fix Plus. And then I go through and I use the dry side to kind of pick anything extra up off. Kind of remove anything. You can see it coming off on that Q-tip. But yeah, so take all of that off. And then I'm going to go in. I went back to loving this thing, guys. It's that Maybelline Brow Define and Fill Duo, because my eyebrows are powder brows, microbladed, whatever you want to call them. And so I just kind of want to warm them up just a little bit. So I just use this just to give it that little bit of extra definition, a little bit of extra color. And so very faintly. And I'm using that magnification mirror as a handheld mirror from this. But yeah, I mean, it just, I don't know, something about it just adds a little bit of warmth. I've got a lot of reds in my hair, so I use the auburn color. It's pretty cool. So we are finally on the last season of Game of Thrones, guys. Marty and I are so behind on shows. We tend to watch them after everybody else has watched them. It's kind of funny. So we've been super behind on these shows, but we are getting back into that. So I'm going to tell you the colors I'm using. I'm using this one over here, which is the Lime Life number 7, I think it is. And I'm just putting that a little bit in my outer corner. I've been mixing it up with the shadows lately. I mean, I've been doing the same ones, but since you guys last saw a video, it's mixing it up, I guess. So I'm just using this little, it's a Pixi by Petra brush. I got these in a set and I'm loving them. And then I'm using another Pixi by Petra, and I'm going into this color up here. It's a Trish McEvoy. This is actually a Trish McEvoy palette. So I have some Mary Kay ones, some Trish McEvoy ones. Then up here I've got some Lime Life ones, some Trish McEvoy, and a MAC one. So I'm going into the color Topaz, which I think you can only get a couple places now. Like they stopped selling it at Nordstrom. It's just like, but it's like the perfect, easy, quick color. I actually have 2 of them in this palette. That's how much I like it. I love it. It's just so easy. It has a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's like such a nice color. I just really love it for like all over the lid. And I had taken that number 7 and just done a little bit in the outer crease. So now I am going to take this tiny, tiny, tiny little brush. Who is this by? It's a Sigma Shader Inner Corner Brush, E46. And I use this Mary Kay shadow down here, this tiny little one. I don't know, just one that I've been grabbing for. I can look, and if I find the name or number of it, I'll put it down below. I literally am only going where the arch is. That's it. Just right where the arch is. That's why I like this super tiny brush for this, because I can just touch it down and I get it exactly where I want it and as close as I possibly can. Then I take that same color and I go in with the inner corner. Funny that this brush is actually called Inner Corner. So that's that part. Then I go back to that color number 7 with this Sephora something. Can't even read this. Pro Shader 18. Tiny, 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 tiny little brush. Going back into that color number 7. And I'm going to go under my eyes halfway. So not all the way. Same thing on the other side. Then I'm going to take this brush and go into this super, super, super dark brown. These are easier to get out. Number 8, it looks like. That's a Lime Life one. And so I'm going to take this same little shader brush, barely touch it into that. Barely touch it into that. And go right in the outer corner on the inner, the V on both sides. Like just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. Okay? So see how that just kind of brings me a little bit more there. Then I take just an angled brush. This is a Sephora Pro Brow brush. It's like a dual-sided one. And I'm going to go in that same brown color. You can wet this color if you want to. I used to do that all the time. Now, to be honest with you, I'm just being too lazy. And I'm going to kind of like line my top lash line. Work it in right at the edge of the lashes. Now, I do have my lashes lifted and tinted, but it's about time to get them redone. Plus today I wasn't very careful with the foundation that went over them. Typically I try to not get foundation on them, but today. I knew I was putting mascara on, so I wasn't too concerned with it. All right, so I just worked that into the little lash lines and give me a little bit of definition right there. I don't know what I did with the lid to that. There it is. It comes with one of those like little covers. All right, then I'm taking the Lime Life. This is my favorite waterline, like not concealer, eyeliner ever. It's the color brown. They're called like Enduring Eye Pencil. Guys, I put this on my hand to show you guys one day in a video, I think it was. And it took me getting makeup remover out. Like no matter how many times I washed my hands, it did not come off. And so I'm just doing my inner waterline. Just the upper one, not the lower one. Then I've been using this, the Lancome Definicils mascara, because once I got my lashes lifted and tinted, she had said to me to make sure when I did use mascara to use one that was a lengthening one. And the reason for that is because the ones that are volumizing can be heavier on your lashes and cause your lashes, when you put the mascara on, to get heavy, and kind of you have to use a lash curler again because it loses the lift of the lift and tint. The tint wears off first, which mine totally did, but like look at the difference right there. But I'm not having to use a lash curler anymore. It is such a great idea to do that. I think it was around like, for the lift and tint, I think it was $70, and it lasts 6 to 8 weeks. And it's so nice when I don't have makeup on, because lash extensions, they just damage my lashes way too much. And false lashes, I just never remember to do it. And if I just curl my lashes, it doesn't hold. So I'm going to take this towel I have on my lap. I just use this to kind of wipe stuff off while I'm doing stuff. All right, so now onto lips. This is new to me, guys. It is the L'Oreal Infallible 822 Mon Carmel. It's like a great lip stain without being too drying. It is drying, but it's not like that cakey drying. So I put this on. This stuff, it's very creamy going on, and then it dries down a little bit. So I let it sit for a second. While it's sitting, let's do another spray. Yes, you're hearing me correctly. This stuff, guys, sets your makeup throughout the different steps. It is amazing. I would typically do it before I put my mascara on, but I forgot today, so is life. While this is drying, I take my lip liner, and this is by Lime Life by Alcone. It's called Dark Nude. It works perfectly with this, and I just kind of go around the outside edges. All right, so that just kind of cleans up any lines that I have there. My favorite lip gloss, Huda Gloss in Angelic. This stuff is a strobe, so it actually has a sheen. So pretty, guys. It goes on over that lipstick amazingly. It feels so good on, and it just, I obviously have to brush my hair out. It is not how it's going to look. But this is the whole look. This is what I've been doing religiously. I absolutely love it. I hope you guys did too. If you have any questions, please put them down below. If you would like to see the tip video about what my thoughts are on this and how exactly I use this, go check out the video that I'll post over here. If not, there is another option over here. And as always, guys, if you're not yet subscribed, I would love if you click that little button right there and follow along as well. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and sticking with me, and have a great day. Bye.